been continued focus and intensifying focus year after year when it comes to mental health in schools, not only for the students, but also the teachers and the staff. And now there's a local group that has really been working to try to help change the stigma around mental illness. The group is called You're Not Alone, and they're partnering with schools to bring therapy dogs into the classrooms and other spaces to create judgment-free zones. So joining us now is the founder, Amy Thiessen-Walls, the founder of You're Not Alone. Amy, appreciate you joining us here today. And who's your friend with you?
This is Miss Willow. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Let's get a better shot of her. There she is.
Yeah. Well, Willow looks like she's a pretty nice, calming presence there in front of the camera as well.
Very much.
Yeah.
Very much. She's right at home.
Yeah. Tell us about You're Not Alone. How you started it, the idea behind it, what you do with this foundation or this program.
Wonderful. Thank you again for having us. We like to share our why You're Not Alone. In 2007, I was 2 years into the recovery of my mental illness when our 11-year-old son, unbeknownst to us, was being physically bullied in school, didn't tell anyone, and he ended up attempting suicide. And a puppy was born exactly 19 years ago today. She was the hope that came into our family. Her name was Lily Ray of Hope, and we met her when she was 6 hours old. And she came into this picture-perfect family that was highly dysfunctional and really helped us live a better life.
Yeah, pretty amazing, the healing power of just the presence of a pet in your life. And dogs are remarkable. We now have a cat that can be very helpful as well.
Absolutely.
So where did it go from there to then expand your mission?
Yep. So the day that Lily passed away, she was 12 years old and a black lab. I had a vision of a golden retriever and looked just like this girl. And 6 months later, I was donated Willow by a breeder who had heard that I wanted to help people. And so we quickly started learning to become a therapy dog team. I was going to be at Mercy Hospital where I was working. But 3 months later, COVID happened.
So that
Plan A of
plans.
hospitals.
Yeah.
Exactly. So luckily in my Zoom therapy dog class was a principal in our district here in Monticello that had gotten a COVID puppy. And my kids were all long gone out of the school, so I didn't have a connection really in the school. But here we are. Monticello School District is allowing dogs. And this is where this all happened in our family. And we're going to come full circle and come right back.
So now as you continue to grow this, bringing therapy dogs into classroom settings, how much has changed in the mindset of doing that in a school setting over the last number of years?
Well, the beauty of, if I can say, the silver lining of COVID is that more people struggle with mental health now, and it's become more of a common conversation. And that's exactly what our mission is to shatter the stigma. And so young kids already know the words depression and anxiety in 2nd and 3rd grade. So they are learning these emotional skills more so than any of the older generations. So now we have to catch everybody else up. And when you bring a pup into a school, their unconditional love just brings a sense of calm to everyone and happiness. And it creates a space where kids and adults share where they wouldn't normally share.
Yeah, and tell us more about that in particular, that this isn't just for students struggling with mental health, but also staff, teachers, etc.
Absolutely. We are there just as much for staff. We love to go in on professional development days and really support them. They have big jobs. And who doesn't love a little unconditional love from a dog and just a pick-me-up? So what started 3 years ago as one school has morphed into 64 schools in 3 years.
64.
And Willow is 64. We have been very busy. And the beauty is that it's free of charge.
So how big of a team have you had to assemble then in the last 3 years as you grow from one school to 64?
We have 70 therapy dog teams. I'm the first employee this year, finally, and we have 7 contractors, an amazing board of directors that is just helping us raise awareness and raising funds. We are solely funded by donations, corporate donations. We have an event on Wednesday night, a big, our 5-year celebration called Raise the Roof out in Monticello. So that's how we create our fund.
Okay. Well, if 2 things then here. If folks are interested in helping you with your mission, how can they do that? And if schools are interested in using your services, how can they do that? So let's start with, how can people help?
Perfect. Both ways, we're going to send them to our website. We are in dire need of people that love dogs that would like to learn how to become a therapy dog team. We help them through the process. And also, if schools or people want to volunteer, our website is www.ynausa.org.
Yep, I've got it here. ynausa.org. Basically, you're not alone USA.org.
Correct. Yeah.
Why is it, we've seen this for years where dogs are used in different therapeutic settings, and then in use even more and more. Why does it work so well?
Well, what happens when any of us see an animal, we don't realize. We have a chemical reaction in our brain that releases oxytocin, which is our happy chemical. If you get the opportunity to sit and pet an animal, and in our schools, we create a non-judgmental space where people can talk about whatever. Blood pressure and pulse lower as you pet an animal. So you create this calm feeling, and if you feel accepted, people open up and share, and that's the magic of a therapy dog in a school.
Okay. Well, good to hear about your mission, how much it's just grown exponentially in 3 years. That is good that it's grown. On one side, it's good that it's grown because you're able to offer more help to more people at the same time, but it's also an indicator of the need as well.
A huge indicator. We have grown tremendously since the ICE insurgents in January.
Thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it. You are not alone. ynausa.org. And Amy, I got to get your full name correct here as well. Thiessen
Amy
Walls.
Thiessen Walls.
Yes. And
Willow.
And Willow. Very good. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it so much.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.